Hello and a warm welcome to HW News Network, your one-stop show, truth be told, for some engaging and thought-provoking conversations. A month after his sudden dharna outside the Prime Minister's residence over students' protests, leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi's unannounced protest outside the Parliament Street police station to get an FIR registered on a complaint by the pellet gun victim Sahil Lochab reveals a totally new political strategy. Now, for the second time in a month, if you see, the opposition leader not only caught the authorities by surprise, but also his own party colleagues, because I happened to speak to a number of Congress leaders yesterday where they said that they did not know of this plan. So, which means his own party colleagues were taken by surprise. Now, this element of surprise combined with a direct action and sustained engagement suggests that Rahul Gandhi is ready, or rather willing, to experiment with a new political playbook. Now, how is this really going to help Congress, or will it help Rahul Gandhi alone? That's a point of debate, because if the others in the party were not in the know, this was totally Rahul Gandhi's strategy to step up the action outside the Parliament Street police station. But how does it help Congress? How does it help the opposition? Are BJP and rather Prime Minister Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah, are they really on the back foot? Because this was a government which was known to brazen out any sort of crisis. But this time it at least shows seemingly that there's no getting their way around. So joining me this evening is senior journalist, author, and political commentator Ashutosh joins us on Truth Be Told. Thank you so much, Ashutosh, for joining. And you're welcome, Ashutosh. Always a pleasure having you on the program. And my first question is related to this drama, the high voltage drama which unfolded outside the Parliament Street police station. Many in the Congress also did not know about it. What does that go to show?
See, I'm really amused. Because I find it very difficult that how Mr. Narendra Modi or Amit Shah, they are also equally unable to understand what is this Rahul Gandhi phenomenon. So they are just clueless. They do not know what to do. See, there was no issue at all. Seriously speaking, there was no issue at all. The leader of opposition has gone to the Parliament Street and wanted to lodge an FIR on behalf of a candidate, on behalf of a student, 19 years old, and whom the police was refusing to lodge FIR. And this just needed another 2 minutes. But that 2 minutes stretched on for another 8 hours. So why the police was refusing to lodge an FIR? That's a question which should be asked, and that also indicates that how the entire administration is unable to understand what is Rahul Gandhi. And this I say with all kinds of seriousness. Because if they had lodged an FIR in 2 minutes, obviously Rahul Gandhi wouldn't have got so much footage about which Ravi Shankar Prasad was hinting at, or JP Nadda was talking about. So who provided that opportunity to Rahul Gandhi get the footage? Congress, the BJP government. Who is managing the Home Ministry is Amit Shah. And the Delhi police comes directly under Amit Shah. So obviously, when the leader of opposition was there, somebody must have talked to somebody in the police department, must have spoken to Amit Shah or the Home Secretary, and would have needed a clearance. The police did not get a clearance because it became a very high-profile case. It was related to pellet gun. It was related to Rahul Gandhi. It was related to the cockroach movement. It was related to how the Supreme Court is also has intervened into the matter. So obviously this needed a much deeper clearance, but Amit Shah, obviously nothing moves without him. So was he sitting on the entire request, or was he sitting on the information? If he was sitting on the information, and that's what I assume, that yes, he was sitting on the information and he didn't know what to do. So 8 hours, just imagine 8 hours for an FIR, and the entire benefit goes to the Rahul Gandhi. What the government got out of it, it is really amazes me. That
this is a mystery, Ashutosh, and I'm sure people like you would unravel this mystery in the coming days. That what must have led to this change of heart? If Amit Shah was sitting on this on this situation for 8 hours, then post 8 hours, what was that one trigger which led to the change of heart? Was it a phone call? Was it a realization on the part of Amit Shah or Prime Minister Modi would have called that, look, the situation is really getting out of hand? Because on the social media, I saw one lawyer's bite who was saying that, look, because of Rahul Gandhi, there's so much of traffic jam. And this is an anti-national act. And it was a lawyer. It was a lawyer who actually said this. And I was just wondering that, why is he talking like that? So what was that one trigger, according to you?
See, Neelu, I'm really tempted to call that lawyer with certain words, which I will not utter, because what is traffic jam? I think he had not noticed what happens when the Kavarias moves from one place to another place.
Actually.
And the entire highway is jammed. And so I'm sure that either he's blind or he just want to attack Rahul Gandhi. That's why he's using. See, it's a much deeper problem. And it is much deeper problem for the simple reason because every ideology has a very involuntary response. Involuntary response in the sense because, and this is what exactly happens. Look at when the cockroaches assembled at Jantar Mantar. For almost a month, you did nothing, no communication, no talking to them. And you tried to evacuate them. You tried to brazen out by calling them anti-national, anti-social, all kinds of words were used by the senior ministers of the cabinet and the senior leaders of the party and the RSS. And finally, what happened? Finally, you had to surrender your minister. Finally, you had to engage with those leaders whom you thought were kids, and they are kids. At least I can call them kids. So you were called Chanakya. So the Chanakya must have anticipated much before the event unfolded. So either you are Chanakya or you are no Chanakya. And I think that the Chanakya is really undoing himself. Because you had to surrender your minister, cabinet minister, a senior minister. If you had engaged with the students much before what unfolded on 20th July, probably you would have saved your minister. You would have saved the anger which has suddenly become very powerful.
You're making a significant statement, Ashutosh. You said that probably this is a moment where Amit Shah, with his own actions, with his own doing, has unfolded before the entire nation that he was never a Chanakya. It was a no Chanakya moment for Amit Shah.
You can say that. You are entitled to say that. See, BJP is in a habit of creating these kind of words. Chanakya, Law Purush, Lal Krishna Advani was called Law Purush, Sardar Patel was called Law. You coin words and they are very good at. But जिसे कहते हैं ना कि वो क्या कहते हैं खाने का मजा तो जब खाना पूरी सामने आ जाए तभी होता है. What is called pudding? The fun of eating is
taste of the fruit is in the is in eating. Yeah.
Eating. So issue is when the events unfolding, when the crisis became big, where was the Chanakya? What was he doing? Let's forget it. Everybody can make a mistake. You made a mistake. Agreed. You made another mistake. You were coming to the parliament from 20th July to the 12th August. You were coming to the parliament. You admitted that you were coming to the parliament, but you didn't have the courage and conviction and the guts to face the parliament. You didn't come to the southern. You didn't come to the house. Why? And suddenly they realized on 10th and 11th that this will go down in history where the prime minister and the home minister both abdicated their responsibility, had no courage to face the parliament. So they appeared for a few seconds and then disappeared. Was it good for them? No. The statement which Rahul Gandhi wanted him to make, he should have come to the parliament. He should have made a 3-line statement and said, whatever has happened on the at Jantar Mantar, we are looking into the matter, and whosoever is found guilty will be punished. Simple. This much statement was needed. Then they didn't. So that was the second mistake of the Chanakya. Now the third mistake of the Chanakya, and this like OTT series, one after another, one after the another. So on Rahul Gandhi goes to the Parliament street. He wanted to grab eyeballs. He wanted to attract youth. He wanted to convey to the youth, look, I'm the only one who's fighting for you. Nobody else is fighting for you. BJP is hell-bent to crush you. I am fighting for this boy who is injured by the pellet gun. and I'm here to sit till the government lodges an FIR. So 8 hours. So suddenly somebody would have told him, Amit Shah, in his ears that, look, Rahul Gandhi is getting a lot of eyeballs and it's getting out of hand. And this is giving a message to the youth and to the Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Gen Beta, that BJP is not even allowing to lodge an FIR, which is not a fundamental right, but it is a statutory right of every citizen in the country. If
So you are saying that the BJP, so you are saying the BJP must have got scared of the optics which was playing out, and that was
100%.
sort of, okay.
100%. I have no doubt in my mind. Initially, they just let it go. I think BJP for the last few months, I see that they are highly confused, desperate. Confusion and desperation, both. It's a cocktail of desperation and confusion. Why I'm saying confused? Confused because BJP under Narendra Modi and Amit Shah is not used to facing these kind of situations. They believe they have operated, functioned, worked in a very controlled environment where things are under their control, when they exactly know what is going to happen, what is not going to happen. So it's like a student who's appearing in an exam, and he is quite certain that these 5 questions are going to come, and he's very confident about them. He can deal with those 5 questions. But if he goes to the examination center and finds that those 5 questions are not there, so what to do? He gets confused, and he doesn't know how. And once he gets confused, then he wastes some time here and there. And as the time passes, he realizes that the time is slipping away from him. It is not good for him. So he gets desperate. This is exactly what is happening. And I'm saying that Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, they are used to certain kind of political ecosystem, certain kind of political environment. And when things goes beyond those, what they have thought or predicted and operated upon, then they do not know what to do. So at one point, you can explain this as an involuntary response because a structured ideology has a certain response. And for them, anybody who disagrees with the ideology, who disagrees with their viewpoint, automatically becomes an enemy. That shows that the BJP and their ideology does not have a democratic bone in their body. Because if you're democratic, you will respect others' viewpoint. Even if you disagree with them, extremely critical of the viewpoint, you will not try to insult them, or you will not consider them as an enemy. But here, the structured ideology in their involuntary response believes and thinks that anybody and everybody who disagrees with them or doesn't conform to their work culture is the enemy. And then when you consider somebody enemy, you try to annihilate. And this is what exactly happens when the Rahul Gandhi reaches to the Sansad Bhavan. Let me just say another 10 seconds. When Rahul Gandhi reaches that 10 seconds, they immediately thought, who the hell is this? I'm not going to surrender to this fellow. Let him go to hell. But as time passes, he realizes that he's gaining traction. And then he gets a sense that the system under Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, the system gets a sense that if this continues for a long time, they will politically lose. And that's when the desperation sets in. So confusion and desperation finally reaches to the conclusion that it's better to give signal to the police administration to lodge an FIR. But by the time the damage is done.
Right. No, I was going to ask you that if you look at the trajectory of the pressure which was put on the government, till the time only Jantar Mantar protests were there. Apparently, Amit Shah thought that, okay, we'll whisk away Wangchu from Jantar Mantar, we'll try and get the narrative in hand. That backfired. But when the complementary effect, along with Rahul Gandhi, came in, that's when the government, I think, started crumbling. First was the 7 Lok Kalyan Marg movement. Then came this Parliament Street police station. So is BJP, because, and what we are seeing all around the country is also questions being raised by the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha. And now it is reaching the rural hinterlands where children are asking for accountability in schools. But even then, What my question is that is BJP scared of this complementary effect which is put together of Rahul Gandhi hyperactive in the national capital and the cockroach party which is going across the country with the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha? Is this complementary effect this BJP is scared of? And supposing if we isolate the two, then apparently again BJP will try and brazen out.
See, Neelu, you know what is hilarious? And what is hilarious, when the Rahul Gandhi was not active, then the BJP had a problem. When the Rahul Gandhi is active, then the BJP has a problem. When Rahul Gandhi was not hitting roads, then the BJP had problem. Now when the Rahul Gandhi is hitting roads, then the BJP has a problem. So that's what I'm saying. BJP doesn't know how to handle this creature called Rahul Gandhi. That's a fundamental problem. And to answer your question, see, it's a very heartening to see that a system which was hijacked, the system which was fully controlled, and everybody was supposed to behave the way the top guns wanted them to behave, and they succeeded up to a point. Now, here comes a situation, and this comes a situation in every under every authoritarian system, because finally there is a gap between the delivery and the promises made. So you promise moon, you wanted to make India Vishwaguru and something like that. You promise that India has arrived. You promise that everybody will have a job in this country. There will be no issues, no problems. But what the people are facing today is a serious economic hardships. So when there is a gap between the promises made and the delivery, that is when the civil society gets active. Because you can see a murmuring in the civil society. The political class, the opposition will always create a problem for the government. But when this problem becomes a really problematic, when the civil society also corresponds with the political moves. And what is happening, this is a classic example why this government is upset and why this government is really scared. Because the political movement and the social movement both are asserting itself. They both are asserting themselves. The political movement like opposition has not led the parliament function in the last 23 days. And we're asking a very tough question to the Amit Shah, and basically targeting Amit Shah, the number 2 man in the government, that did you order pellet gun shooting? Did you not? If you ordered, then you are a culpable. You should resign. If you had not ordered, then you are incompetent. Then you should resign. Now the government doesn't know what to do. So that look at before.
But till yesterday, Ashu, people like Ravi Shankar Prasad were taking the alibi that, look, we've already constituted a high-level inquiry committee. Supreme Court has constituted that. So let that committee now do the job. Why is Rahul Gandhi getting into this dramatic action? This is what he said.
Has Supreme Court ordered or asked that no FIR will be lodged in this case? No court can say this. I am an aggrieved citizen. If I'm not getting justice, I will go to the police and lodge an FIR. No court can say that you can't lodge an FIR. What the court can say, once the FIR is lodged, that don't take a coercive action. So they can ask state not to take a coercive action till you reach to some kind of a conclusion or you have a conclusive evidences. But citizens' right is always protected by the by the Supreme Court. And if Supreme Court has asked for a committee to investigate, but Supreme Court has not asked that don't lodge an FIR. And this boy has been going to the police station for the last how many days? According to the press conference, more than 2 weeks. When the committee was not even formed by the Supreme Court. So if Rahul Gandhi is not going to lodge an FIR himself, he is trying to help a citizen of the country who is 19 years old, who is aggrieved, who is almost losing his eyesight, and more than 200 guns, the bullets are in his body. And if he is asking questions to the system that I have been agreed by the state, those who are responsible for this, they should pay. Investigation should happen. If the police has lodged an FIR much before, Rahul Gandhi had no reason to go to the police station. So Rahul Gandhi only helped that boy to get FIR done. Now, if the BJP has a problem with this, then the BJP looks like what? Has not done the homework. If
but
Rahul Gandhi was there to do a drama, then why after 8 hours, police is lodging an FIR?